Radhe Radhe! So I am here logging in to make another YouTube video. I'm currently still in Austin. I'll be here for the rest of this week and probably taking off next week, heading into Tennessee from there. I have an event tonight at the Healing Temple, and if you're in the area, please stop by. It'd be great to hang out. Just going to make some music and meditate. And I have another event on Saturday at the Lotus Bend Sanctuary here in Austin. Both of these places are in South Austin. They're both on Eventbrite, and they are on Meetup as well, so you can sign up on either one of those. There's also an email list. You can sign up there at bhaktiyogamonk.com. There's a tab on the website where you can just log in and put in your email, and then you'll get emails about when new events are posted. All right. So today we're going to be talking about blog entry 169 and 170. So now these are still from about a year ago. And at the time, I was in Dallas, Texas. And the first one, I was having realizations about just putting on saffron and just traveling. And I was about 3 or 4 months into doing some little events and things like that and just getting started. And so here we go. Blog entry 169 from February 25th of 2025. With our minds, we often try to measure and decide what is good or not good for us. In the saffron process, however, everything is experienced as okay or good because of the bliss that arises from Krishna within any given moment. This inner joy transforms perception. Ordinary events, challenges, or encounters are all filtered through this experience of his love. It's amazing. Much like spiritual growth, nothing can be truly measured with the material mind. The mind tends to compare, judge, and create expectations, but the bliss of Krishna transcends these limitations. Wearing saffron as a sannyasi is a practical reflection of this principle. The external form is a symbol, but the real measure is the inner experience, the constant connection to Krishna that colors every moment with joy, acceptance, and presence. This process teaches that even when circumstances seem difficult or confusing, the inner bliss remains steady, reminding the practitioner that Krishna's love is not contingent on external conditions. It is a training in surrender, helping to shift focus from mental judgments to a living experience of divine grace, where every moment can be seen as sacred and infused with Krishna's presence. So what's really interesting here is this was the beginning of starting to feel the bliss inside, and it buffers things so much. A lot of the unpleasant emotions, say like anxiety or fear or the emotions that would often cause us to struggle, they're buffered over for me by Radha and Krishna, and so I don't really feel those as much. So when I go into do a program or something, they'll bring in bliss and love, and they'll take out the anxiety and the fear and the worry so much. I can still worry, but not in the same kind of way where it creates a loop and it gets deeper and deeper and deeper and deeper. It will just be my mind thinking about the things I might need to do or not do, and that it's worry like that. So it's interesting how it changes and how it shifts. And what we can do is, as we cultivate the part of us that we make choices and we involve aspects of our life more and more with God, we feel it inside. And we can, again, integrate that part more and more as we are feeling our heart and soul align and connect with Radha and Krishna's love with the things that we do each day. And it's amazing how you can just kind of start steering your life with that and guiding your life with that. Our minds can't really measure spiritual growth, as it says in here, and as we've said in the past. It looks at the people around you, and it analyzes them from the outside, and how do they look, and how do they act, and what do they have, and where do they go, and how do I look, possibly, and how do I act, and what do I have, and how does that compare? But that can't really tell you where their heart is, because it's really your heart and Radha and Krishna, and that love coming together. And the mind has no way of measuring that. But the feeling your heart and soul get inside can, and does, and will. And it's incredible to keep that in mind. Okay. Next one. Here we go. Blog entry 170, March 2nd of 2025. I'm in Dallas, Texas, calling around to set up some events. Some people are interested, others not so much. I trust that Krishna will bring me the people that he wants me to meet. In meditation, Krishna revealed that we would have already brought more if I were more fully absorbed in this experience. It was still pretty new here because I was only about 3 months into meeting people and doing events. Still, I often find myself looking at my circumstances, living in an old minivan, uncertain what to do next. Still a thing. And I have no one to really ask for guidance except to focus more deeply on Krishna and try to follow his lead. Yet it isn't always easy to feel or see his direction because this is an entirely new way of living. Krishna is separating me from my material senses and ego. I am learning to grow through that, to continue onward without knowing exactly what to do. That part is challenging because while the mind is needed to navigate life, it must not dominate the journey. And we have a problem with that in this world and so many material lives that we've had. Just the mind is so strong. We have to really cultivate the heart and the soul to get them full and big and to help balance it all. Even so, I realize I'm crazy for Krishna. When I look at myself living in this minivan and the lifestyle I've taken up, I don't feel the discomfort or suffering one might expect. Krishna shields me from that because he is pleased with my attempt to walk this path. People in this age are often far removed from feeling God or even thinking about him, let alone centering their lives around pleasing God. This understanding has been lost to many, not out of malice, but simply by the very nature of Kali Yuga. So, the thing that's really interesting here is that Krishna still does that. Like, I'm not in the same minivan because I wore out 2 so far, and now we're on the 3rd older minivan, trucking with it. But I don't feel the discomfort of being in the minivan and traveling along with it. Like, Krishna buffers all of it. At this point, when this was written, I would feel it a little more, but now I feel it way less, and it's amazing because I can feel myself firming up more and more and more inside and growing in that loving connection with Krishna more and more and more, and just like protected and shielded and held and kept safe so much by Krishna. It's really incredible. Yeah, wow. And so, yeah, that's amazing. So that was a year ago, and yeah, it's wild how much Krishna takes care of me. So all the times of on the road, whenever somebody who may not have the best intent comes along, Krishna will just come into my meditation space or my mind, and he'll be like, oh, you should go over here instead. And I'll just be like, oh, okay, and I'll just wander over to that spot, and I don't know, Krishna maybe he may have me just sit in a chair and just meditate for a minute or go do something over there. But it's amazing. He just kind of moves me along like a little beam of light, with a thing, like a laser pointer almost, and I'm just following it. And it's wild how close and how Krishna's everywhere and connected to everything in so many ways. And his love is so, I don't know, it's incredible, yeah. Growing your love for God is really such the focus of existence. It really is. It's amazing. All right, well, that's pretty much it for today. And thank you all for tuning in again. And if you're in the Austin area, please stop by. If you have a chance, sign up on the website, bhaktiyogamonk.com, on the email list. There's a little tab there. Can't miss it. I'll be posting more. Currently, I'm booking events for Tennessee and North Carolina. That'll be March and April, end of March and the month of April. So, yeah, follow along, stay in touch. Any questions or anything, feel free to reach out on any of the platforms, or you can email me at bhaktiyogamonk@gmail.com. Thanks so much and have a blessed day. Radhe, 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 Radhe. Radhe, 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 Radhe. Radhe, Radhe.